Hey everybody, this is the first of two videos on the topic of adjusting your mix. So in this video we're going to talk about the why and also show you the general controls, and in the next video we're actually going to apply this to some recording. So first let's talk about what it means to adjust the mix. It means raising and lowering the volume of different tracks so that you can hear what you need to hear and affecting the way that they come into the headphones. Now when you're learning your part, you most need to hear your guide track, right? Whether, bass, alto, soprano, that's this track, right? But once you've got your part down and you're ready to record it, hearing some of the other parts can actually make it more fun and help you feel like you're singing with the rest of the chorus. And as we'll see in the next video, they will also, hearing the other parts may also give you some valuable information as to some cues that you might need. Why do we want to adjust our mix? Well, you're going to want to adjust your mix so that you can make a better recording, meaning getting your entrances and exits especially spot on. Now, when we're in person, on the day we're together again, you will have a conductor to show you that, right? I give you your cues to start and to stop. Because we don't have that right now, you've got to get them from the audio. And fortunately, they're mostly in there. We just need to make sure that we can hear them and that we know what to listen for. Adjusting your mix in certain ways can also help you, as you know from using MP3s, line up your pitches and your rhythms and your words and even the dynamics of everything that's going on as you're learning your part. Now, everyone needs their mix adjusted differently, so you should expect that you will need to do this each time you record. Okay? So let's dive in. Let's talk about all of these different controls. So on each track, every track has similar controls, has the same controls actually. So they are M for mute, S for solo, this is a volume control, and this is a pan knob. Now let's listen to all of these in action. So I've got a few tracks muted down here and a few tracks unmuted. Now what the mute does, as you might guess, is it turns a track off. So I'm going to start playback, and I'm going to mute the bass track after a few seconds. I will help the strangers I meet. You can hear it go away, right? So now I'm going to solo the bass track so we can hear what that sounds like. What the solo button does is it mutes every other track, so you can just focus on that one track that you're soloing. Let's listen. Of the strangers I it is possible. All these are very easy to undo. You just unclick the button, right? The volume is probably pretty self-explanatory, but let's check it out. So I'm going to adjust the volume on the bass track to go way low and then way high. Let's listen to that. I will help the strangers I meet. And I'll do it on the other parts as well. It is possible to get back on our feet. Now the last control I want to talk about is the pan knob. For most of us, this isn't something we really need to worry about quite yet. For basses and altos, your part is split. So there are bass ones and bass twos. You guys have the most splits. Altos have some splits somewhere. So in those splits, as I mentioned, the higher part is on the left of the guide track and the lower part is on the right of the guide track. And we can actually hear that right here, I think. Let's listen. Let's solo this bass track and listen to it. It is possible to get back on our feet. And you can hear when I go over to the right, it's a different part, right? Those are the basic controls of adjusting each track. So we're gonna move on now to the next video where we're actually gonna talk about how to apply these controls to create a mix for yourself that will help you create a great recording.